my beloved beings, my dear ones, what a joy it is to commune with you and to affirm the beauty of your experience, the glory of all that you are creating. I wish to prepare you by saying that stranger things will unfold that we can't even prepare you for now. The clairvoyance you experience, this kind of knowing, and the clairaudience, will only increase as you give in more to this awareness within your life and grow more used to this experience. It is perfectly natural to commune with us, as we are your staff family. You are beyond a planetary emissary, you are a focused aspect of all that is, and as such we, the masters and ascended masters, the high council of various cultures, and all those deeply focused on the energy shifts and the embodiment of higher dimensional energies on the earth plane, both within the planet and as anchored by the individual light workers, within your emerging crystalline bodies, and also within the dimension of the new earth which you have all magnificently created. May we simply remind you how amazing this is. This new dimension is now anchored and available on the earth plane for any and all who choose to open their hearts and release the dualistic perspectives which limit their participation. The bodies then, are easily remade, easily, of course not meaning to discount the physical symptoms which are many and at times, immensely challenging, but the physical transformation follows effortlessly once the release of the old mindsets have occurred. Once enough energy of the negative and limiting point of view of the third dimensions is released, then the liberating heart-centered energies of the fifth dimension may unfurl within your experience, amplified by the increasing light which you yourself are now able to embody, and then creativity and participation become a real joy, the way they were meant to be. O Earth Angels, such a glorious sight you are! What a joy it is for us to witness and participate in this amazing, auspicious, unprecedented ascension of such numbers of souls. It is so inspiring, and the openings which are created in our universe as a result of the work you are doing will transform the options available for all who chose incarnation, or who chose to participate in the dimension of probability. All aspects of essence diversification and self-expression are expanded as a result of this moment. We celebrate with you, and invite you to take a deep breath, a still moment, and know your own grace in this creation. You are blessed and divine. You came into physicality in an entirely crystalline experience, and you are remembering this orientation now, and it is becoming embodied in your experience. Soaring beyond all that has been human in other times, the earth herself is anew. No longer the earth she used to be, the earth you were incarnate on and lived for so many years. Those still oriented to the third dimensional energies are sustaining the impression of her physicality, which is at this time, only an avatar, so to speak, for their thought forms to try to animate. Gradually, this enormous thought form, structure of thought forms, really, will unravel as connections are broken, as energy and beliefs are dismantled, as focus is placed elsewhere, as one forgets to notice differences, as one begins to notice how alike we all are, how connected we all are, how beautiful it all is, how responsive we can be to one another, how creative and profoundly powerful our energies are. How natural it is to commune with energies of this and other dimensions, either directly or through another who is more directly connected until that becomes more natural for you once again. We have never been more accessible to you than we are now. Awaken to your own direct connection to the inner dimensions of wisdom, expanded perspective, powerful creativity, full knowledge of your divine blueprint, and a celebratory orientation toward your unique and beautiful soul signature. This is your destiny, to know yourself while embodied in a human form, and to begin creating the new thought forms of unity consciousness, of interconnectedness, of enthusiasm for diversity, and the unique soul signature of others, the joy of collaboration, the relationships based on shared purposes and overlapping pathways, the communion with the ground, the animals, the environment in which you live, the energies from which you came, the vision of what you are unfolding, the joy of full awareness of this rich, multidimensional perspective is now available to you. Tune in. You merely need to tune in. Imagination is your asset in accessing your fullest self. Simply imagine your abilities to offer you these experiences and you will find that you have unleashed the limiting thoughts which kept a veil between you and all of this. It is merely a shift of perspective, of expectation, toward wonderful. Yes, there it is, expect wonderful. The connections which are taking place on the internet, on Spirit Library, on Facebook, in small groups who are sharing their experiences, in conference calls where you all collect energetically together and create a shared focus and a new dimensional connection, all of this is amassing and beginning to create the neural nets within your minds which make accessing these shared and new spaces and relationships something done with ease. The beginnings of the new dimension are taking form in the individual vision and cumulative shared experiences of ascension, which are being articulated via all these different books, websites, articles, and messages. Each of these is creating a shared understanding and a shared vision. They are tracking the experience of the new Earth emerging, the symptoms or the physical manifestations of the old Earth dismantling. They are reassuring each of you to keep the focus and remember throughout all of this, physical symptoms, financial challenges, losing relationships and jobs, seeing physical disasters and shocking cultural betrayals, that all is moving in the same direction and nothing is to be feared. Everything is moving in the same direction, at higher levels that all is one is known. There is no evil, nothing to see as the opposite or the other. Nothing to fear, only various incarnations of all that is, sorting themselves out and finding their place in this new dimension. Some are holding on to the old dimension, as it is all they know and understand. Some are newly experiencing the activations of their ascension codes, and their souls are beginning to configure the experiences which will allow them to release limiting third-dimensional beliefs which are holding them in limbo. For that is what is left of the third dimension. It is a purgatory of sorts, a limbo space in which nothing new will be anchored or created, all will slowly dismantle and the earth herself, the living aspect of us that we experience as our host, she is no longer there even. They are literally floating in space, in a different dimension than where the earth, new and higher vibrating, is now anchored in physical space. If you feel with your inner senses you will know this to be true. If instead, you look with the habitual eyes, you may find this hard to understand, but again, if you feel with your inner senses, the truth of this will be clear and apparent to you, it might even cause you to laugh suddenly, with astonishment, it is so remarkable and amazing. What a time we are living in, my blessed family. So much to experience. So much to explore. Whatever is holding you from envisioning and creating, from imagining, you can tune into your soul signature, you can awaken to full knowledge of your divine blueprint, you can begin to amplify your inner connections, beyond hunches, beyond gut knowing, beyond intuition, beyond all of this to direct connection with non-physical masters, guides, angels, and all who orient and shine their light on your experience, holding you in precious love and amplifying your innate sense of worthiness. You are divine. We are divine. We are all divine. Let us awaken to celebrate what we are. And to play. The earth was made for creativity and play. The moment is now.